This week, Coles was caught red-handed.
The only thing going down at Coles tonight is its reputation after the federal court found it lied to shoppers about phantom savings.
Oh, even worse, they're selling these manta rays. Actually, that looks cool. I've got to buy one. It also might be why lately Coles ads have felt low budget.
Have char-grilled chicken every day. Coles RSPCA-approved chicken thigh fillets, large pack, are just $14.50 per kilo every day.
Winner, winner, never-ending chicken dinner. And they offer this treat for the bean counters.
Summer greens, add some beans. Coles seed beans, 420 grams, are just $1 each every day. At Coles.
Wow, this is going to be the best summer of our lives. But winter is coming. What shall we eat?
Value packed, full of beans.
Oh, more beans. By the way, this doesn't rhyme. A better slogan would be, can't afford meat, beans you eat. Or given up on your dreams, have more beans. Or wife and kids gone, beans all day long. Actually, it is harder than it looks. Dee, why base your ad on beans?
Coles' normal marketing strategy is to sell their specials. They can't do that with any credibility at the moment. So they're doing this strategy of everyday low pricing. And for that to work, you have to anchor it on a couple of products. You don't have to, prove that 10,000 products in your store are cheap. And they do it by choosing products that are high frequency, high anxiety. And chicken and beans are those. So chicken's the most eaten meat in Australia, and it's also one of the cheapest proteins. And in times of cost of living anxiety, people buy more chicken, not less. And beans are weird in that everyone knows that a can of beans is roughly $1 something. And it's the frequency that's the real driver of this. Like, say if your olive oil went up 50 cents, you only buy it every couple of months, you wouldn't notice. But if you're buying chicken every week and it's $2 more than you think it is, that sort of frequency amplifies the anxiety. So if Coles can nail cheap chicken and cheap beans, they can introduce a value proposition for the whole store.
Yeah. So, supermarket pricing is quite fascinating because it exists between, it really exists between actual value and perceived value. So it's not quite outright lying as it is sort of psychological reframing of what that price is. And they use everyday low prices, but that's really expensive because once you lock down, they have to recuperate their margins somewhere else. So they use this was now pricing, which is, it was this price and now it's this price. And we do not know the past prices of the was. And that's where the controversies come from. So what they'll do is they'll put up the discounts. They'll put up that price and then discount it back down.
Yeah, well, the problem with down was it was firstly up, and then only slightly down.
Down, yes.
Yeah, they put the price up deliberately before. So this originally down was, there was integrity in the pricing because it was just high-low pricing originally. Yeah, and so down became an amazing advertising asset. This is the tragedy. The tragedy being that they, down becomes, the headline for the pricing strategy. It's the pricing strategy's fault, not down's fault.
Yeah.
Right?
Why won't someone think of down? I've just got the saddest picture of you just going to a Coles, wandering the aisles down.
I know.
It wasn't your fault, down.
The tragedy is that we had a wonderful advertising supermarket war that went on for, let's call it a decade, where we had down, and then we had then Woolworths came out with their green gloves, and they were spending an absolute fortune. We even had Status Quo singing down, prices are down. So they were spending a fortune in the production of their advertising and in the media.
Yeah, but they were screwing farmers and deceiving us in price.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the ads.
Oh,
I think that ad is a tragedy, honestly. And now they're screwing consumers. That feels really, really, painful to watch. I feel like I'm being punished. It's the same as the idea of eating beans and chicken thighs every single day of the week. That feels like a punishment to me. It's they're trying to cue value through the execution alone. They're the food is not cheap, so what are we going to make you feel? We're going to make you feel like the ads are cheap. At least we haven't spent money on that.
Yeah, so the strategic decision now is to make boring advertising.
Yeah.
And it's advertising that red spot specials, that was 40 years ago, 50 years ago. We're just getting back to that territory where, in effect, the ad is like a brochure. Right? So there is no attempt to build brand. There's no attempt to build perceived value. There's just an attempt to just drive price, which I suppose is the right thing to do if you just, found yourself in trouble as a result of, your pricing strategy. Not your advertising. You're not in trouble for the advertising. You're in trouble for the pricing strategy.
Please, no one blame advertising.
What's unique about this, but they can't help themselves, right? Because what's slightly deceptive about this ad is they're only using Coles' own products. Because what they know is that we don't see that when we watch this ad, because it's flashed on, flashed off. So we see beans, we see chicken, we see whatever that is. But they know that when we go through those doors, we will often upsell ourselves to a brand name and not get the Coles. So even that is somewhat deceiving, because they only have a couple of price levers. Everyday low pricing, discount pricing, this sort of shrinkflation, which is very popular now, which is you pay the same price for less product, and own brand is a very good manipulative strategy that they have.
I think that this is representative of a brand that has lost its brand. Woolworths actually hasn't gone really dirty deals at the moment. They're trying to be really charming. They've got this My Kind of Woolworths, and it's like slice of life and trying to be part of like everyday Australian life. Coles only had Down Down, and there was no charm to that. There was this weird sting that they lost, and now that they have no credibility in that with the manipulation of pricing, they've got nothing. They've got no well of brand to make any of their work interesting.
Do you know what they have? They have 80% of the market. And I think they don't give a shit. I think what happens is when you have a duopoly, both sort of behave, they don't talk about it, but they don't really compete, but they sort of behave good towards each other. And they know they have the market cornered.
Yeah. So that's why they didn't even put good products on sale.